my next guest out, ladies and gentlemen. Why don't we? First, though, let's see him flexing his muscles magnificently in one of my favourite films of recent years, The Departed.
How'd he go?
Ben, he didn't complain. Legs.
Yeah. That was his problem. There's a man could have been anything.
Are you trying to say that he was nothing?
I'm saying he worked at the airport.
It's clean. Arm. Yeah, come on. What arm? What arm? Show me your arm. Flip it.
Makes me curious to see you in this neighborhood.
He's clean.
And if I can slander my own environment, it makes me sad, this regression. Plus, I don't know if it's beyond some cocked like queening to pull you out of the stadies and send you after me. I just can't know. I know what they do in that particular department anyway.
There you go. There he was in that wonderful Disney movie, The Departed. Will you please welcome the magnificent Mr. Ray Winstone?
Thank you.
I'm starting to worry about rain. I'm starting to worry about rain.
It is.
Thank
you very much. You look very dapper. You look very dapper.
I'm a proper geezer, aren't I?
And may I say, Ray, doesn't the beard suit Ray, ladies and gentlemen? Don't you think so? What's that in aid of? Is that just a summer beard, relaxing, or is it for a part?
Well, I wouldn't wear it if I. It's not because I like it, John.
You don't like it?
No, it's just for a job, you know.
Okay. What's the part that you have a beard for?
Well, I'm doing a film called 44-Inch Chest, which is written by the same writer as A Sexy Beast.
You have more than a 40. It can't be about you. You're about a 48 up there, aren't you? A 40 or 50.
You started already. I've only been on for
No, but you're a big, deep-chested, barrel-chested, proper man's man.
I'm about a 44, yeah.
No, you're more than a 44.
Well, you asked me and I'm telling you.
No, but you're... I don't believe you. I'll tell you that for a fact. I think you're about 46 or 48.
Do you want to measure it? Have a feel.
I'll have a feel. I will have a feel.
Mind the pink roses. It's about 44.
Actually, no, he's about 44, yeah. 44 and a C cup, I think. Is that right?
That's why I never go out anymore.
Now, Ray, lovely to have you here.
Thank you.
Congratulations on being in the new Indiana Jones movie. It opened last night all over the world,
right?
I believe. How excited were you when you got the call, when they first approached you and said you might be in
it was weird because you don't get to read the script, or that's the way they kind of go to work.
Because it's that kind of big movie.
It's very secretive, you know? And in a way, I kind of like that kind of not knowing what you're going to get when you're going to go to the cinema. You watch trailers on the telly now, you know, and you've seen the film.
You know too much.
You do, you know.
Or you've read about it in
every magazine. It's a very clever way of selling something, but it's also, I think, great for an audience when they turn up at a movie and you know you're going to get something. It's Indiana Jones, it's Steven Spielberg, but you know, it's great not to know the story and not to know the ending, which we always seem to know now when we go to pictures. And, you know, I got a phone call and, you know, would you like to be in the Indiana Jones film? And I went, yeah, lovely. Can I read the script? And they went, no. I said, well, I'm not being funny, but, you know, if I'm going to be in it, I want to be in it. I don't want to turn up and just be a part of something on the outskirts.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Which is right, you know, and I kind of ummed and ahed about it. And they sent the script over to me with a young kid in a suit who turned up on the door, and he sat there having a cup of tea while I read it, and I liked it, you know, there was plenty there to go to work with. Gave him the script back, and off he went back on a plane.
Like a personal script to you?
Well, it was, and it's kind of strange that, you know, even after filming the film, we had to give the scripts back. Wow. And they're kept until the films actually come out. And
but it's work because we don't know what to expect. We've been waiting and people have been asking for it.
It's anticipating a movie as well. They're very clever about the way they sell their films, and they have to protect it now with the internet and all that kind of stuff, and you know, this pirate stuff and all that goes on. Yeah. So you know, you can understand them being a bit paranoid about that, but I think it's a very clever way of selling the film.
But isn't it great? And who would have thought that, you know, in the movie that Indiana Jones would turn out to be gay and have Ray as a lover? Isn't that a fabulous...
It could have been worse. It could have been you.
He wouldn't have turned up if it was me. OK, let's have a look. This is a trailer for the Indiana Jones movie. It's going to be the big smash hit of the summer, there's no doubt about it.
I don't even know if I'm in it yet.
Yeah, because I
haven't seen it, but yeah, I'm on the poster, so that's probably a good sign. You know?
Oh, yeah. Have a look at this.
This ain't gonna be easy.
Not as easy as it used to be.
Damn, I thought that was closer.
Teacher?
Part-time.
Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Now, that's, it's been, I believe, 19 years since the last Indiana Jones movie. Can you believe 19 years?
Yeah, unbelievable, isn't it?
And Harrison Ford back in the saddle there. Now, a lot of people thinking, can he cut it as an older fella? Can he still do it? You worked with him. What was he like to work with, and what do you think he's like as Indy? Has he still got what it takes?
He's unbelievable. He's as fit as a butcher's dog, right away. The whip. I mean, he'll hit anything about 30 yards with it.
Can he actually do
No,
it?
no, honestly, I'm not just saying that. That's not rubbish. He can do that. He drives the car. And I'll tell you what he's like. He kind of says, we went one day, you know, this is great. The way you drive the car, it's great. He said, that's what I get paid for. It's certainly not for acting. Well, I beg to differ because
He's a tremendous actor.
I think he's a fabulous actor as well. I mean, that's the mentality of the man, you know. And he's a cowboy from Montana. He's down to earth. He's really kind of, as we would say, one of your own. And I loved every moment of working with him. I've got to be honest with you.
Is he a joker? Can you joke around with him?
He's not good with the jokes. He won't thank me for saying that, but we'll have a little laugh. And every day we tell one another a joke. And he wasn't great at them. He got better. As it went.
So he could do. He could hit something
It's a
with the
bit of
whip.
American humour, you know.
But he just couldn't do the jokes so well.
Nah, but he's not a comedian. He's just a really blinding actor.
But would he try and tell a
funny.
joke like a joke, or would he try and say a funny? Would he say something like, two guys went down?
Yeah, a bit of that, yeah.
And
It's a bit like that.
He just wouldn't finish it off.
No, but that's what quite made it funny, because we'd all be waiting for it, you know. And he kind of knew we were waiting for it, so it was entertaining, you know.
Now, you work in it as well. I don't know if you have any scenes with him. John Hurt, the great John Hurt. He was
Johnny,
on it.
yeah.
Now, he couldn't give too much away either, but is he one of the bad guys or one of the good guys in the film?
No, I would say he was, you know, you never really know who's good and who's bad in this film. But the thing about I'm working with Johnny now for the third time. We're doing this film.
Because he was in The Proposition.
Just checking to see if I've done my flies.
You've not come on with your
No, I usually do, don't I? Yeah. But no, it's on The Proposition we've done together.
I like the fact you, first of all, you expose yourself to the audience before checking.
Yeah, let the dog see the rabbit, you know. But,
They've all been warmed up by the Osmonds. They don't need any encouragement, I'm afraid. Aren't they great? Did you ever? Were you an Osmonds fan?
It's really funny, you know, because when you're a kid, what you said's quite right. You know, you love them, really, but you don't tell no one.
No.
You know, you don't say. You know, we was into like Slade and all that. I
Yeah.
guess at the time it was.
Yeah,
You know, they're blinding now. You know, the Osmonds. Yeah, don't like them, but you'd go home and listen.
You're back at home
you
crying to Puppy
and
Love.
they call it Puppy, and you'd be like that.
Well, let's go and see him live together.
Yeah. All right. No, I would love that. Do you know,
I've got a spare jumpsuit.
I very rarely go to gigs, and it's funny. I love music, and I listen to
You know
music.
what that is,
very
right? I'm
rarely.
sure. I'm pretty sure what that is. It's your age.
Do you reckon so?
Well, you
but
know-
even when I was younger, John, it was just like, I can't be bothered. I'd rather spend a £5 on the record, you know? Or nick it.
But I bet you don't go out as much generally, do you?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
No,
so you
no,
get home, you get comfy.
Yeah, I do.
Hang on.
And they called it puppy love.
I might have to go and knock one out now.
That was the weirdest thing I've seen in my entire life.
I ain't done my image very good.
You were
is
just
it?
mounted by Donny Osmond.
Yeah, I know. How lovely was that, eh?
That was very sweet. It was a very special moment.
Yeah.
OK, there'll be a lot of ladies grabbing you just for secondary